Hello and welcome to Read Becca. Do I have a problem? No, I don't think so. So you may recall that I did a massive book haul already for fall. Back in August, I went to a book sale and was able to get about 50 books. So that meant I didn't need to buy any books. Haven't done any book shopping, but this fall has been a massive book release season, so I did have a couple of pre-orders. So I debated wrapping this up with winter versus doing its own haul, and I thought a quick tiny book haul would be nice. So we will go ahead and run through the few books I have. So I've got 3 books here, and I'm very excited about all 3 of these. So first up, this one probably is the hottest release. I don't think this really needs any introduction because you will be seeing it all over your feeds. This is Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. I have read 2 books by T.J. Klune previously. I did absolutely love House in the Cerulean Sea. I got on the hype train. So I'm very excited to have this. I pre-ordered it months in advance. So let's see what it is about. When a reaper comes to collect Wallace from his own funeral, Wallace begins to suspect he might be dead. And when Hugo, the owner of a peculiar tea shop, promises to help him cross over, Wallace decides he's definitely dead. But even in death, he's not ready to abandon the life he barely lived. So when Wallace is given 1 week to cross over, he sets about living a lifetime in 7 days. Hilarious, haunting, and kind, Under the Whispering Door is an uplifting story about a life spent at the office and a death spent building a home. So it sounds like another very cozy read. I think the themes of death are going to be similar to House in the Cerulean Sea, something exploring a little deeper than the light cozy facade indicates, but in a beautiful way. So next we have one I'm very excited to have, and that is the Tensorate series by Neon Yang. And this is a novella series from Tor. I have read the first 3, and I actually think I have the first 2 on ebook. And I was wanting to get to the final novella, number 4, and was thinking, oh, I really should reread, or should I buy the whole series? And then they announced this bind up of the whole series was coming out. So you can see the art is absolutely gorgeous. I am a little bit disappointed because you can see, all of the covers for the individual novellas were really glorious, but they do not have those in here with each book, and I was hoping they would, but I'm still super stoked to have this. So this is Asian fantasy. It's got a great magic concept. It's the Tensorate, so they're tensors. They are pulling this thread of, I guess, the universe. So we'll read the synopsis here. Across 4 novellas, Neon Yang established themselves as a fantasist in bold defiance of the limitations of their genre. Available now in a single volume, these 4 novellas trace the generational decline of an empire and unfurl a world that is rich and strange beyond anything you've dreamed. In the Tenceret series, you will find rebellious non-binary scions of empire, sky-spanning Nagas with experimental souls, revolutionary engineers bent on bringing power to the people, pugilist monks, packs of loyal raptors, and much more. So the concept of gender in this world is very cool, because it kind of reminds me of Left Hand of Darkness, where we start out with ungendered children, and they kind of choose their gender once they're adults. So the first 2 books are actually following different siblings in that are a pair we follow in the first book as they are growing up and coming to that decision. The 3rd novella is really interesting because we have totally different character, and it is in a mixed media style. So it's all told through journals and notes and that sort of thing. And it's an investigation of a massacre at this isolated lab. So it's really great. That one is my favorite so far. So I'm really excited to get to the 4th. Underlying all of this, there's a huge political theme. So it has big epic fantasy in a tiny bite size. So I love this. It's an all-time favorite. So next I have an anthology. Got Distant Gardens. This is 10 stories of exploration, biodiversity, and found family, edited by J.S. Fields and Heather Tracy, with stories by Sarah Cordair, William C. Tracy, N.L. Bates, Robin C.M. Duncan, and J.S. Fields. And so this one is on my radar because of the fact that Rob J. Hayes, who is a really well-known self-pub author, does a roundup every month of self-pub releases. And so this is a self-pub anthology, and it sounded like absolutely up my alley. This one says, rules were made to be broken, journey to worlds where deadly plants, scarce resources, rampant biodiversity, or failed terraforming have created irresistible opportunities for those brave enough to seize them. New worlds, found family, mystical secrets, and deadly science weave together in this lesbian-centric anthology that focuses on a very different kind of first time, a first encounter with a world or being entirely unlike our own. So, as I said, sounds exactly like my sort of thing. This sort of really niche stuff is what self-pub does great. You're not going to find this from traditional publishers. Usually it's going to be indies. So having your eye on stuff like Rob's announcements every month really, really helps to find these niche titles. So I will definitely link that info down below if you want to follow Rob. So that is it for my haul. We've got 3 great books to get to whenever I have time. Thank you so much for watching.